everybody. Everybody, we are making a pan for the little ones. You guys already know I made something the other day and I had this leftover fabric. I said to myself, I wanted to create something for the little ones. You guys already know when in this time when you have fabric, you should profit them to make something for the little ones. Okay, all right. So we're making up this short pan. It's not a short pan, actually it's a long pan. We're going to be adding up elastic to it, hoping that it's going to be a very beautiful one. So I'm going to be using this elastic. Actually, we had elastic. I bought elastic. Yeah, it's not arrived yet. The one that was bigger than this. But anyway, this is what we're going to be using for it. I'm not going to be using that big one because it's quite really too big. All right. So welcome, buddy. Welcome everybody. Welcome. You are welcome. Where you guys watching from? Let me know where you're actually watching from. So we're going to be using this leftover to make up a pan for our little ones. So this is something you've been wanting to know. You are very welcome. Today this one is going to be the easiest, the most easiest tutorial you can ever come across. Okay, my people, welcome everybody, welcome everyone. I'm happy to be here. Come and learn something. See, I put this fabric because my table is white, so I didn't want everything to be white. If not, you guys will not be seeing anything. Should I use? I'm gonna use my cutting scissors today. So first thing. This is the fabric we made our pan the other day. I made a short using this fabric, and this is the leftover fabric. So, like I said, I'll be making a pan for the little one. So this is all the fabric we have remaining. Hoping that everything is going to be enough, but hopefully it's going to be enough. So I'm not going to show anything from this fabric, nothing. I'm just going to fold it into two. Like I said, this tutorial is going to be one of the easiest tutorial you ever come across. So I'm just making sure that I fold my fabric right side facing right side. So after folding it, I'm going to make sure that I put this part here straight. Okay, let's move this aside. Now I'm folding my fabric into two, and I'm going to refold it again into four. Let's see what we have there. The length I'm going to work it is 19 inch. This is about 22 inch, which is good to go. All right, which is good to go. Now, first thing I want to do is to go ahead. First thing I did was to go ahead and fold my fabric into two. Then I'm going to refold it again like this into two. Once I'm folding it into two like this, automatically, let's see, into two, fold it again like this. You see what I've just done, right? I fold it into two, meaning that we're going to have both the two front. Don't mind my hair. We're going to have both the two front. Then I'm going to fold it again like this. Let me hold my hair very well. Fold it again like this into four, while leaving about space right there, making sure that everything is straight at this point. Right now, I'm going to bring this here. We have folded our fabric into two, right? We fold it again into four. Now, what I'm going to do is to take the round waist. I will divide it by 4. The round hip, because we are making an elastic waistband. We are not using the round waist. We only use the round waist when it comes to make when we are cutting up the, this is being painful, when we are cutting up the elastic. So the round hip I'm working with is 24. 24 divided by 2 is going to give me 12. 12 divided by 2 again is going to give me 6. All right, now let me measure up whatever I have here, which is a 6. This is more than enough. So I'm going to go ahead. I want to make it a little bit big. All right, so what I have here, this is about 9, which is this is 6. Okay, remember 6 here, and then we'll add up the cross extension. All right. So first thing, let me see. I'm gonna check. First thing, I'm going to draw a straight line, which is going to be the guideline. You guys already know we love doing so. Straight line is going to be the guideline. You can leave me your comment below. All right. The next thing I'm going to do now, like I said, the length of the pan I'm working with is 19 inch. What I have here is about 21 inch. So I'm going to come here. I'll leave about 1.5 inch at the top. You can either do it this way. This is it. You see, you measure up your elastic. This is elastic waistband. The elastic means that you're going to fold it like this into 2. Okay, so whatever you have from your elastic, you're going to go ahead and multiply that by 2. I always say that, by 2. Okay, so my elastic is about 3/4 inch, up to, not even up to, 3/4 inch. All right, it's about 3/4 inch, meaning that I have to leave at least 3 inch, which is right there, because we need to fold it. Let me check the total length from here. Yeah, 3 inch means that from here. Let me check what I have there. Okay, we still have this band here, so we're going to leave that part now. So first thing, I'm just going to mark 1.5 inch down. 1.5 inch, because I'm adding up the band separately. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'll take my measurement from this 1.5 inch downward. So now what I'm going to do is to go ahead, I'll be marking the hip depth. You already know that when we are talking about an adult, you have to go ahead and mark the hip depth about 8 and 10, 11 inch, depending on how tall the person is. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm marking about 6 inch for the hip depth line, which is right there. I drew a straight line all the way to this. Now I'll go ahead and mark another line, which is the length of the pants. Okay, the length is 19 inch. So I'm going to go ahead and mark up that 19 inch, but I'll be adding up. Let me just use up whatever I have here. 19 inch. This is 19 and a half. I'm going to draw a straight line right there. This is a very simple pan, okay? A very simple one. Not you. There's no no need for you to stress up yourself. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to put 1/4 of the hip. But before we go ahead to do so, we need to put the cross depth line. How do you get the cross depth line? So cross depth is round hip divided by 4, which is 24. 24 divided by 4 is going to give me 6. Then I'll go ahead and add 1 inch to it. Okay, 1 inch to it, which is right there, the cross depth. Let me just go ahead and add 1.5, because this band is not that fitting one. I'm going to mark that up. You know, these pants are normally, they are not fitted. Okay, so I have this is the waistline, this is the hip line, this is the crush line, and here is the length. Now we're going to go ahead and put 1/4 of the hip. Round hip is 24. 24 divided by 4 is going to give me 6. But I'll go ahead now. I'll add at least 2 inch to it. You know what I mean? 2 inch. No. I'll add 1 inch. 1 inch to it is good to go. 1 inch. I'll come here and I'll also add that 1 inch. It's good to go. 1 inch is good to go. I'm going to go ahead now. I'll draw the straight line up. You see? I've just drawn that line up. The next thing we need to do is to go ahead. I will take a round hip divided by 20 to get the cross extension. Round hip divided by 20, whatever you have, you're going to place it up here. All right, so now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 24 divided by 20. 1.2. I'll just come here. I'm just going to round it up to 1 1/4. 1.2, which is right there. I'm going to round it up to 1 1/4. Now, this is what I have. So go ahead. Now we're going to connect this point up like this. I'm going to be using the inside. You know, when you're making this part, it's not supposed to be too curvy, right? You're just going ahead and blend something like that. You know, when you're making up this pan, you don't use the waist measurement here, except you're cutting up a basic normal pan. So now I'm going to go ahead now, multiply this again to get the crush of the back, okay? Because we are drafting both the back and the front. I'll be adding just 1/2 inch from here, okay? I'll add 1/2 inch for joining it up together. Then I'm just going to go ahead and connect it up like this. This is a straight pan for that matter, like that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead, like I said, I'll go ahead, take whatever, measure up whatever you have from this point to this point, which is 1.025. I'm going to go ahead and multiply that up here. Mark this up for the back. Then I'll go ahead now and add my 1/2 inch of sewing allowance. Remember, I said we are adjusting the back and the front together. All right, so you will not make any mistake. Please focus on this part here. Focus. So this is the original cross extension that we had. Then we add a 1/2 inch. Then now I measure from this point to this point to get the back cross extension. You know the back is normally longer than the front, right? Then I went ahead and add 1/2 inch. From that 1/2 inch, I'm going to go ahead and draw it up with straight line. Right? Straight line, all the way straight downwards. Now, next thing I'm going to do is now we have to connect up the crush of the back. To do so, what we're going to do is to come here. Like this. Normally, I do 1 inch for an adult, but I'm going to go ahead. I'll do 3/4 inch only. I'll add 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch, 3/4 inches. That's including the sewing allowance. You see what I've just done? This point, I'm going to go ahead and draw a straight line from here all the way to here. Then now, the next thing I want to do is to go ahead. You can use a free hand here. You can use your French card here, like this, okay? Free hand. Make it not to be too deep. You see? All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, remember the back normally we always leave it up. And adult we always leave it up by 1.5 inch, 1 inch, depending on how, 2 inch, depending on how full you are behind, how much bum you have at the back. Hello. So, I'm going to come here. I'll just go up here by 1 inch. That's why I had to add this point here. I'm going to go up for the back only by 1 inch. Okay, now what I'm going to do is to go ahead and cut that up from this point all the way to, I'm going to join it up, sorry, I just said cut it up, join it up all the way to the side seam, because you want the side seam to be matching. Now that we are done doing so, we are going to go ahead and cut. See the way I'm cutting, right? It's kind of thick. I take my time. Make sure that you have to cut to the end. You don't cut and cut, no. You have to cut to the end. Look at how I'm doing it. At this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding up 1/2 inch so that I'll be able to join up the band to it. Now, I'm going to come here. I'll cut up the back first. You're just going to see how I'm doing. I have to add up 1/2 inch here. Okay, now after doing so, we have to go ahead and separate it up here, and then we'll have both the back and the front cut together. So I'm just going to go ahead and separate this up at the side seams. You can add a pocket if you have fabric, but I don't have fabric, so I'm going to carefully move the back. I'm going to bring the front. Now we need to go ahead and cut up the crush of the front. I'm going to be leaving about a little bit 1/2 inch for joining the crush together. Okay. At this point, what I'm going to do is to come here. I'm going to trim this up. We don't need that for the front. Right. So now here I'm going to go down by at least 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch, you know. Go down. This is the sewing allowance, so I'm going to go down by 1/2 inch here. 1/2 inch. Then we have to go ahead and cut it all the way to the side seams. Okay, now that we are done cutting, as you can see, it's quite small, right? It's the little ones, like I said, little ones. Make your stuff for your little ones. Okay. Okay, now we are done cutting it up. We're going to go ahead and quickly sew it. This part we are stitching. It's a very easy one for your little one. Don't throw your fabric when you have leftover fabric at home. Why go and throw when you have little ones around you? Sorry. Why throw it up when you have little ones around you? Did I even? Okay. Why throw your fabric when you have little ones around you? You cannot be throwing things when you have little ones around you, eh? Don't throw anything when you have little ones around you. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch. I'll first of all pin that up, and I'm going to stitch. I'll stitch like that. And I'm also going to do the same thing like so, by 1/2 inch. Now, after stitching it up, I'm going to open it up like this. Alright, you see? Then I'll join up the side seams of it. I'll be doing so. I'll join up the side seam of it. Okay, I'll just join up the side seams here. I will add it up like this. I'm indicating because I'll just have to do that. Okay, I will be stitching that when I go to the machine. Join it up like this. The side seam. Join the side seam. I'll join it up. But why is this part here longer than the back, the front? I thought I cut it the same. The side seam. Anyway, yeah, I'll join the side seam. Okay, so let me take it to the machine and stitch. Later on we'll add up the band. I have already set my machine. Let me keep this my tailor chop, because this tailor chop like this, it can easily get broken. Once it falls like this, ping, it is gone. So I'm just going ahead and set my machine with white thread. There's a time for us to stitch that up here. Remember, I said don't throw away any piece you have at home. Why throw up fabrics? Now you can create stuff for your little ones. Don't throw away any fabric you have at home. Okay, I'm just stitching the other half on in. What is happening here? Why are you running so fast like that? What happened? Okay. You see, we've just joined this part of, oh, the thread is not good. Let me see something. Let me see something. It has not stitched well. I don't know why the thing is running so fast like that. Anytime you like to stress yourself, so you can easily put this on, bring it up here. So I'm going to go ahead and just stitch that up because it did not stitch well. So I'm just going to run a straight line. Oh, why are you falling? Why are you falling? Let me put it here so that you don't fall. Clip it here. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to the back, to the front. This is the front, not the back, Anita. Back stitch when you start. Why is this machine making noise like that? You hear that noise? Huh? I don't have time now. You can do it. Okay, now we're going to be joining up the side seams of it, which I already did mention before that we're going to be joining. We're going to be joining. This right side facing right side. You can go ahead and create a zigzag stitch from there if you want. Let me just go ahead and do a zigzag stitch here before joining up the side seam, so that will be much easier for me. I'm going to do a zigzag stitch, a small zigzag stitch, so that will be much easier. Set my machine at 4 for the zigzag stitch. Okay, now it's the time for us to stitch up the side seams of the pant. I don't want this table is white. When I say it's white, so I'm just trying everything up so that you guys should see. Because if I put white, it's not going to give. What is that, my friend? So I'm just going to go ahead and pin the right side facing right side together. Like I said, this is a pant for the little ones. I'm going to pin the top here. I'm gonna come here. And I'm still wondering, why is the back longer than the front when I cut it the same, or I did not cut it the same, so it is long. Why? I'm gonna pin the sides in. Come here. I speak English, French, Spanish, Catalan. If you want, you can even speak my dialects. But any other language from that, nothing. Okay? So if you want, you can write French, you can write English, you can write Spanish, you can write Catalan, and there. But any other language from that, it is not me. I cannot. Okay? So anyway, I noticed that the front is longer than the back, which I don't seem to understand because I actually cut it the same. Now I'll just go ahead and quickly trim that up. Before joining it up. Okay, when I'm done joining the side seams, I'm gonna come here like this, grab this up, place one facing this side and the one facing the opposite side, pin that up. Okay. You know, the fabric is that type of fabric that will kind of wrap. Take your time, just go through it bit by bit. You see me pinning the inseams, right? This is the inseam normally. The inseam. Make something for your little ones. You know, this is the best thing you can do. Me, you sew something, a little fabric remaining. Maybe you don't know what to do with it. Make something for the little ones. Don't throw fabric. If you're a tailor, African fashion designer, whatever, never you throw off fabric. Learn to make stuff for the little ones. Okay, I'm gonna stitch. Now I'm gonna stitch the inseam. I'm gonna stitch the inseam. Now stitch the side seams. I have an inch. I'll stitch that by half an inch. For some of you asking for that tutorial, the tutorial on that baggy pants, that's the live stream we did. Yes, was it yesterday? Yesterday, no, I did not come. Yesterday was. No, I didn't come live yesterday. That was on Monday. The live stream that we did on Monday. For those of you asking about that part, we came live. We cut and stitch the pant on live stream. So I'm still struggling to edit the video, but it's going to take me a while for me to post, you know. This is actually a long video. I'm going to go ahead and zigzag that up. Today I decided to do zigzag. No, no, I don't know. Trim off any excess that you don't want, which is what I'm actually trimming up here. Then I can go ahead and stitch the same. Okay, now we are done stitching and zigzagging that up. We'll go now to the normal stitch. We're going to stitch the side seam of it and we'll zigzag that up. The stitches I put in the 4. I'm going to go ahead and do a zigzag stitch right there. Just create something for your little one. Create something for your little one. Okay, done with that side. I'm going to move to the other side. Stitch and zigzag, stitch and zigzag. Okay, stitch about half an inch. Create something for your little ones. Don't just go ahead and buy stuff. Create it for your little ones. You guys already know what I'm talking about. Create something for your little one. Hey, Valentine is coming like that. I should be making something for Valentine. Hi. Do I have any red fabric? Hi, how are you? Do I have any red fabric? I should be making something for Valentine's Day. Anyway, we're not making anything because we don't have a bag. That day, maybe you even see me stitching on this machine here. Hello, my beautiful people in the building. How are you guys doing today? I hope we're doing great. So I'm going to go ahead and zigzag. Today I zigzag. No one, I just stitch and go. There you go. Why is the stitch so small? Going to 4, 4, and 4. Today I zigzag because it's with send my machine back to the normal stitch because I'm torn off. Okay, now that we are done stitching, I'm going to go ahead and move my pins. Actually, move on my pin. Move my pins. Move my pins. That which we've stitched both sides. You know, this is a little bag here. You know, I just love, you know, what is existing, what is in more fashion these days is this big leg band, wide leg band. Everything is just trendy right now. So just, you can see, this is it. Oh my god, oh my goodness. So you can see, the back and the front is not the same. You already know, that's how it's supposed to be. If you see the crochet, you notice that the back is always, the front is always deeper a little bit than the back. I'm just cutting out my thread now. She's going to be very, very happy. I give it a little bit of press right there. A little bit of press right there. I'm not going to press that. I'm going to press it up. That's you can even add up elastic here at the downer part, but I don't think I have an elastic. But I think I have elastic here. I can use that for. Now let's go ahead. As you can see, the little one, the pan is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. We're just going to gather it up now. You guys know that sometimes I like doing fun. Now, let's see if this what we have for the waistband is going to be enough. But it's going to be enough. Hoping that it's going to be enough. So first thing, before you cut up the band for the elastic, you have to measure up whatever you have here. What I have here, I'm going to measure it up. What I have here is about 13.5 inch. 13.5 inch by 2 is 13.5 inch by 2 is 27. Now this is my elastic. You can see the way the fabric is rubbing, yeah? This is the elastic. This is the elastic waistband. You can see the way the thing is just rubbing inside. Now my elastic is about 3/4 inch. Yeah, my elastic is 3/4 inch. Multiply by 2 is going to give me 1.5. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold my fabric like this into 2, making sure that what I should have folded should be 2 inch. 2 inch, because we're going to need 1/2 inch to stitch the elastic to it. I should have at least 2 inch. 2 inch. 2 inch. Now see this. We're going to place it up like this. I'll be cutting. Remember, I was 2 inch in fold, so we should cut 4 inch. This fabric like that, that's the only thing I don't like this fabric, because it wraps a lot. I think I'm going to press this fabric a little bit. I have to press it. Not wrap it. Let me give it a press a little bit to unwrap it. Oh, I just have to press it fabric because like this, it's not giving me. Let me straighten a little bit. Not that much. Okay, my beautiful people in the building. Hoping that it's going to be I'm trying to press this fabric because the way the thing is wrapping, it wraps a lot. So I'll try to press it to see if I can straighten it a little bit. It's better now. Even though it's still rubbing, but not that much as before. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark about 4 inches by the round waist. You see, just like this, you cannot even cut it straight. So 4 inches by the round waist, 4 inches by the round waist, which is right there. I'm going to mark 4 inches. Let me see that 27. We'll be adding half an inch there. I'm going to go ahead and mark 4 inches. 4 inches here, and I'll draw a straight line from that part. Sorry about that, friends. See, this is going to be for the waistband. Now I'm going to go ahead and join like this. I'm going to join half an inch, right? Half an inch. Look at how I'm going to do it. Sorry. Oh shit, this thing is... I don't know why I didn't keep this one here. Now we're going to take the pants. You can go ahead and press that up. Let me try to lay this flat. Sorry. I just want to press only the waist. The rest I'm going to do it later. So that at least if there's anything there that is not really good. Okay, now we're going to be joining it up, hoping that this is the same measurement. Okay. All right. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and notch. And I'm going to notch, fold it over like that. And I'm going to notch. Okay, after notching, the next thing I want to do, I love this. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead. I'll be placing the notches to notches. Okay. Now, this is it. Maybe I have to flip it to the right side. Gonna pick notches, no pin this part up here. You know the pan already has the 4 notches. Let's just take the 4 seams. So I'm gonna pick, no, sorry, this part. I'll take it to the back. I'm placing right side facing right side. Okay, like this. I'm gonna pin that up. Then I'm gonna bring this part here. You remember that the side that will always join, it should always go to the back. Always. I'm gonna pin here. Now I'm gonna bring this other side. I'm gonna match it up here. You see? I'll bring the other side, which is this one. I'm gonna bring it up here, and I'm gonna pin that up. After pinning, we're going to take it to the machine. We're going to stitch all the way around while making sure everything's straight and good. Now, once we're done stitching, we have to add the elastic to it. Then we're going to flip at the inside. You can go ahead and join it over like this. Then you add up your elastic. Alright? I'm going to do it the other way because I want the waist to be neat. I don't want to... Okay, I hope this my thread is going to be enough. I think it's even like... Okay, so I'm going to be stitching about half an inch, which is what I added for the sewing allowance. Like I said, never you throw up stuff you have for the little pieces that you have at home. Go ahead, create stuff for your little one. Stuff for your little ones. Why throw fabric when you have little ones? Even if you don't have little one, if you have your auntie child, if you have your brother child, make something for them. Make something for them. I'm gonna stitch about half an inch away, making sure. Remember that. Okay, my thread is almost finished. Now we're gonna go ahead. You know, I always do several ways on adding up elastic to your pants. I show you, maybe if you've been following me, you should notice that we've done about 3 different ways of adding up elastic to your pants. So this is it. You can see the total length is quite very long, right? Okay. I'm gonna fold I have to fold. Let me just place it. Notch the 4 sides. I'm notch here as well. Okay. I'm also gonna come here and just place. Here we already know that this is the center, right? There's no need for us to notch anyway. Now it's time for us to add elastic. So let me see this pan. I'm thinking that. What I have here is about 3. Okay, now this is my elastic. Now when you're adding up elastic, this is when you need to get your waist measurement, right? You know, elastic is very, very stretchy, right? The waist measurement I'm working with is 24. I have 21 here. See, you can see the way it's stretchy, right? So 24, I'm going to minus 1, 2, 3 inch from there for that 24. From that 24, remember, you can even go ahead and minus 5 depending on how stretchy your elastic is. Because if you don't do so, by the time you end up stitching, you see. Now we're going to go ahead and just place the elastic like this, and I'm going to give a zigzag stitch. Do a zigzag stitch to hold up the elastic on. A zigzag stitch, I'm going to place it up like that. It's my elastic. You can see my elastic, right? Now I'm going to go ahead, place it up like this. I will notch this side. I'm going to mark, right? I already have here. Then I'm going to go ahead and place it up like this, the center. These two center like this. You can see. And I'll mark here. I'm also going to go ahead and mark here. Now let me move my. We're gonna go ahead and add up this elastic to the pan now. How are we going to do so? This part like this is always go to the back. Then I'm going to take this band, place it up here at the side seams. See, it's kind of a little bit. Make sure that you place like that. And come here. And make sure that when you're making it, you're not supposed to make it tight because this is for babies. Yeah, it needs to be weak. Let it not be like you want to go on. No, this one for here. Definitely, if you see that this is a little bit bigger, I'm going to come here and bring this other side. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'll be stitching and pulling this up. I'm going to do a zigzag stitch. Or you can do this, no, let's do a straight stitch. Then when you want to stitch, I have to pull that up so that it should fit. I said I wanted to do. Oh, let's just do a zigzag stitch. Sorry, guys. You have to pull that so that it should fit to the. When you stop, make sure that actually your needle should be down. Huh? You stop, your needle should be down. Pull in stitch, pull and stitch, pull, alright, pull and stitch, pull and stitch. Okay. I know that the fabric wraps a lot, so I'm just gonna go make sure I pull and stitch. You see, the fabric wraps a lot. When I say it wraps a lot, it is pull and stitch. Okay. When I stop, I make sure my needle is down. It gets to the end, leave it up like that. And my thread is almost finished. I remove all those pins. I have my pin now. I'll go ahead and trim off any excess that I don't want it. Okay. Now, this is what we're going to do. So you can see. So we're going to do right now is to go ahead and fold it over like this. I'm going to be folding it. Look, I have to fold it once and two, right, and stitch all the way round. I hope that part is clear. See, one, and I'm going to stitch one, then I fold again like this, so that it should match up to the waist. Okay. Let's fold like this and like that. But wait though, how come this thing is too big like this? A 4-inch. See, I'm gonna fold like this and like that, right? Let's go ahead and do it. Battery is low. Just take your time, do it slowly, so everything should be neat. If you want, you can easily do it the other way around, okay? So if you don't want this to be thick, I cut this thing at 4-inch. My elastic, oh, now I see. My elastic is not 4-inch. I was wondering why this band is too big. This thing, the band is, you see I'm cracking on my hair, right? The band, the elastic waistband is 0.75 by 2 is 1 inch, 1.5 inch. So when I was cutting 2-inch wide, 4 and 4 inward. I'm gonna go ahead and fold. Now like this thing is not really going to work too well, eh? Anyway, guys. Oh. What I'm going to do is chop this up. I'm going to cut this up. There's no way I can use this band. Did I even stitch this up? I'm going to open this up. Sorry, guys. I cut the waistband to be too big. Why, if normally I'm supposed to fold in like this and fold in again into 2, not into 3, so that it will cover up whatever we have. Okay, but this one is kind of 2. What I have here is 4-inch. Normally what I should have is 2-inch. Okay, 2-inch. I see something. I can use this one. Yeah, I'm going to use this. Let me check how many inches here. Okay, we're going to use this one. I was thinking that this one was not going to be enough, but I'm going to use it, so that at least what I have here is, sorry guys, I'm not going to use the other elastic, but instead I'm going to use this. me cut it from this angle. The round waist, no, the round waist is 20. The round hip that is 24, Anita. 20, you're going to go ahead and minus 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let me minus 1, 2. Now I'm minus 3 inch from there. 20, the round waist is 20. I'm going to cut at 18. 18 and a half. Then we'll be using half inch to join up the elastic. Okay? Sorry about that, guys. It's just not as much. So now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to rip this up. How do I have to rip this up? You know, this is a zigzag. Is there a way for one to rip this up here? Okay, we've ripped that up. Now I'm going to join this up like that with my zigzag stitch, hoping that my zigzag stitch, this is big enough, so we will not need to this one like this can still go one way. Because I don't like it when I'm stitching and the elastic will go. And the threads. Okay, we're still going to do just, we've already notched the center of it, the pan. You want to make sure that the elastic should be able to pass through the waist. See, this is what we have here. It's meaning that this part here, this one you have to pull, notching mark the 4 angles of the elastic. Then I'm going to place it up like that, and I'm going to mark the other side as well. Mark here, and mark here. All right. Okay, now just go ahead and do the same thing like we did the other side. As I rip this up, okay, I'm gonna come here, the back. This is the front, and here is the back. I'm going to put this place here, notch, place it up here to the back, pin it up to the back. Pin it up like that, like this to the back. Those notches here. Now we have to pull, because if you don't pull, I almost went ahead. I don't know what I was thinking that I went ahead and cut the elastic at 24. That's the round hip. The round waist is 20, not 24. I'm gonna come here. Okay. You see? Now you have something like this. What we want to make sure to do is we stitch and pull, so it should fit to it. Okay, I have pins there. You pull so it should fit to it. You stitch and pull. Okay, now I'm gonna use a zigzag stitch. Then stitch and pull, stitch and pull, stitch and pull. I'm gonna start from here. Okay, now that I'm sure that everything is going to match up, and I'm making sure that those pins when you're stopping, you make sure that your needle is down, okay? Making sure that everything should be arranged well, fixed. Your idea of pulling is because you want the elastic to fit to the band. I always love to do my pan. You know why I always like to do this elastic like this? That's because I've noticed that each time I add the elastic the other way that I will normally stitch your band and leave about 2 inches, your elastic end up being wrapped inside. So when it wrapped like that, you see, when it's wrapped like that inside, it's very painful. Okay, it's very painful. So what I'm going to do is just to go ahead and wrap this a little bit inside, making sure that I stitch that part up, join it up to the band. Then I'll just go ahead and stitch it inside. All right, like this. I'm gonna fold it off, even though the elastic is big enough. I'm just gonna fold it up like this and bring it over here, and I'll be stitching it with a zigzag stitch all the way around, and we'll have a nice band. This thread is still there. Take your time. Gonna fold. I bought elastics in the other day, it has not come, so I don't know what happened. You see? I'm gonna fold like that. I'm just gonna pin, fold, I'm gonna bring. All right, I'm gonna stitch. All right, so you can even go. I can even trim off that elastic. You think I could trim it up? I know if you trim it up, it's gonna mess up your work, but I'm gonna trim it up so that it should fit the band. Normally when you trim off the elastic, see, you see, oh, I'm going to zigzag this one fast. I bought smaller elastic the other day. It has not come. It's about 4 days, so I just give cafe for Amazon. So now I'm quickly go ahead and fold it over and join it up here, and voila, we are done. Like this. But you have to pull. At this point you must pull, and I will stitch with a zigzag stitch. You have to pull and pull and pull. I'm gonna start just that. Now make sure that I'm going to pull as much as possible. I'm stitching this because if not, it's not going to. I have to start from the beginning. Even though I know this is a white, but anyway. Let's do the magic by flipping it to the other side. Now, I'm gonna just fold it over like that. Fold. And first I'll go ahead then. Okay, pull. Bring this up here. And I'll pull. This way, right? The two have to come out different, like this. Now fold like this and pull, like that, making sure everything is nothing is looking kind of funny right there. Okay. So you see my fabric, this thing is pulled up. Now we have the band up like this. But what I always love to do is to run 2 or straight stitches on the band, which I'm going to do so. 2 or 3 straight stitches on the band. So this is okay. I'm going to run 1, 2. I think 2 is going to be enough. No. This time around you're doing it with a straight stitch. Then you're just going to run 1. I'm going to go ahead and do the second one. Pull. Again. Pull. I don't know why this thread has true. Make something for your lips. You can see? The back is a little bit twisted. I'll put up those little parts for the little one. Now you can just go ahead. I'm gonna fold about 1/2 inch, you know. Even though with this fabric it's not necessary, but I'm just gonna go ahead and fold. A beautiful pan. Eh? You have a beautiful pan. I'm done. I am done. I'm done. Tomorrow I'll not be coming live, okay? Because I have full occupied day tomorrow. So I hope now you can learn on how to go ahead and create up your pants. I even cut my elastic. I learned on how to cut elastic. Yay! Elastic that I bought since 2 days ago. The elastic is not come. So our pant is done. You can see. You can see. You can even go ahead and add that small elastic here to wrap that up. But not necessary. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you some other time. Bye. Hey, nice. Thank you. Machine is something else. This machine is something else. Yeah, the machine is very strong, eh? Very, very strong. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you some other time. Hope to see you some other time. Look at it. A little pie for the little one. I'm going to go ahead and press it now. Yeah. See, isn't this beautiful? It's beautiful. Use your leftover fabric to create up something for your little ones. Use your leftover fabric to create up something for your little ones. Okay? So guys, we're going to go now. Hope to see some other time. On Friday, I'll be coming live. Saturday, I'll be coming live hopefully. Tomorrow, Thursday. Hello. Nice. Hi. Magdi. Thank you guys.